Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Shaka from Shaka Reacts. We are a music reaction and analysis channel here. We do lots of other stuff as well, both on multiple YouTube platforms, including gaming and a podcast. We also stream live over on Twitch as well. If you guys are interested in catching more of the content that we've got here, make sure you guys check out the links down below in the video description. With that being said, folks, let's get into today's content. We're going to be checking out a very well-known and phenomenal guitarist. One of the best that we have ever seen here, and that is Marcin. We're going to be checking out his song entitled How Music Works. I'm intrigued to see what this is. I don't know that this is a traditional song. I just know that it's something unique and something we haven't done before for him, and I'm excited to see what he's got. So with that being said, let's get into it.
So, after a decade of making music, I realized that no matter what I say, everyone thinks I'm fake, and that the way that I play is just it's not real. But it is. I'm playing the bass with my left hand, and my right hand is free. So what I'm going to do to complete the rhythm section is use my right hand right now. But all of my fingers are free, so I'm gonna add a snare. But you know, a real drummer plays way more than this. Like harmony. Harmony is what adds the character to a song. It fills all the gaps.
There's
like Alright. So am I fake? Is this fake? You know, I'm still missing the key component of music, the most memorable part, the melody.
Okay, before we keep going, sorry, I know some of you are like, I want to hear the next part, but before we get into the next part, so, question. So most of what I'm seeing is legitimate as far as I can tell. All of the percussive stuff is absolutely happening. I can see that happening. Most of his melodic playing is accurate as well. I know he said he hasn't added the melody yet, but more of the higher level stuff that he's using his right hand for. Where I'm confused at, and in all honesty, it's so fast, I can't tell. Like, I would have to slow this down to an extreme degree to be able to tell what he's doing. Like, I don't understand how he is playing this riff that we see on the page right now with just his left hand. I don't understand how he's doing that. Unless, and if anybody is super familiar with a super big breakdown of this, like I said, I'd have to slow this down drastically to be able to tell. But the only thing I can imagine is that he's holding the fret with one hand, or one finger, I should say. So I'll put it up here like I'm playing cello. So one finger on a fret, and then he's plucking with the other finger. So he's obviously using all four fingers at some point. I would assume that's what he's doing. You know, he's holding his frets with probably the first and second fingers, and he's plucking with the third finger, or maybe even the pinky at times. It's possible, without a doubt. That is possible to do. It is insanely difficult to do, and he's doing it so fast. I can't tell if that's what he's doing or not. Like I just can't. It's too fast. My eyes can't keep up that fast. It's insane. But I would say, you know, it's feasible. It's believable. I guess I won't say believable. It's feasible that he can do that. It's like unbelievable because it's incredibly difficult and fast and hard to do. Like, it's just mind-boggling that he's able to do that. Everything else that I'm seeing, yes, totally makes sense. Definitely, definitively functional, and he can do. Putting it all together is insane, to be clear. I'm not saying that part's easy, but I don't know. For anybody that's a super great guitar player out there, I am not a guitar player by any stretch. I'm a trombone player. That is my main strength, my main instrument. Guitar, I haven't honestly played since college because I don't teach it. So that is one of my weaker instruments as far as instrumental stuff goes. So those of you that are like hardcore guitar players out there, super, super knowledgeable on the subject, let me know, is what I described earlier possible? Well, I shouldn't say possible. I know it's possible, but is that what he's doing? Like I said, it's just so fast that I can't tell without super duper duper slowing down the speed. All right, we're going to back up just a little bit so that we can kind of hear all of this happening. By the way, the other thing too I want to point out, I love the notation. We'll get into that in a second. I just love the notation of this. All right, let's keep going.
So am I fake? Is this fake? You know, I'm still missing the key component of music. The most memorable part.
I don't see him plucking.
The melody.
Sorry. I don't mean to pause again, but I'm going to. I don't see plucking happening there. There's no plucking happening. So I don't understand how he is actually playing that. He's putting his finger down on the frets to play the pitch. There's zero plucking happening. If it was all on the same string, I could see it maybe happening, but there's silence happening in the note. Even in the notation, you can see there's rests. You've got your 16th note rest, which means the string is stopping. So that there's no carryover of reverberation on the string. I don't understand how he's doing this.
The most memorable part. The melody.
I take that back. Okay, so what is written is not actually what we're hearing.
The most memorable part.
Yeah, so even though there's a notated rest, there's no release of sound there. So he is allowing the string to reverb through that. So that is possible then. What's notated technically is not quite what we're hearing.
The key component of music. The most memorable part. The melody. There it is. So let me add some rhythm again. Together. So how music works is you combine rhythm, harmony, and melody.
I love his signature tune-up. I love that. I've talked about it before in some of the other videos. It reminds me of the THX effect where he's like, whoa. I just love that effect. And it's like his signature thing. Real quick, before we continue, I just love that he's taking the time to notate all of this for us to see. It just adds a whole nother layer of being able to understand what he's playing. Because like I said, if I were notating that, I would not have put a rest there. I understand why it's there, because you want that to be played short. You don't necessarily want a ring on it, but there is a ring on it because he's not stopping the string reverb. If he did, he wouldn't be able to continue playing that pattern. He has to allow that string to continue vibrating. Just cool. I just love that. I love when we see notated versions of songs and you can really see what they're playing and how they're playing it. It's really cool.
But I guess sometimes you're supposed to play normal, right? I guess. And this concludes how music works. But there's one more thing that I really want to show you. And what that is dynamics.
Okay, real quick. I just want to point something out. So we hear him very clearly here in the microphone.
It's how music works. But there's one more thing that I really want to show you. And what that is.
So I'm not saying, to be clear, I'm not saying that he can't do this. I'm saying that this has been recorded, not live on the screen. And this is an instance where you can see that because of his voice and how it's being picked up on the microphone. There is zero change in the functional sound of his voice between when he's directly in front of the mic and then when he is here, not in front of the mic.
And
like right now. And as an example of that, So this is me directly in front of the mic. This would be about where he is in relation to that. You can hear there is a significant difference in sound quality between that. And I have a pretty solid acoustic setup in here. So that just goes to show you, again, I'm really nitpicking here, guys. But it just goes to show you that what we're seeing live on the screen here is not what we are hearing. We are hearing a track that has probably been produced and edited and cleaned up in a studio setting. And it's being played over top of the visual. Because that is a definite, I can confirm, definite inconsistency in sound right there. We should not hear the same audio there.
That I really want to show you. And what that is
Again, you hear no change in mic quality there.
Is dynamics.
So yeah, without a doubt, I'm not saying that he can't play this and that he can't do it. I'm saying that what we are seeing is not what we are hearing, to be clear. All right, let's continue.
Thank you.
Fun fact, I like that, again, visually speaking, this doesn't necessarily match with what he's talking about, but I like that they are putting the waves, the sine waves here of this. It's not exactly what we're hearing, to be clear. We would see vastly different waves happening. And the wiggliness of the waves would not be happening either necessarily. But a little fun fact of this, because he's talking about dynamics. This is the way they chose to visually represent dynamics. If you are in tune, 100% in tune, your peak of your waves automatically will double in volume. It's a fun fact. It's a scientific fact with music. It's just a really cool little thing I wanted to point out. Even though his visualization of dynamics here is not necessarily accurate, again, I'm not criticizing that. That's the best way that they can kind of visualize that for you. It's a cool way to do it. But if you are perfectly in tune, which is more what we're seeing with those waves, that's more of your pitch than it is your actual dynamic. It will actually amplify or increase the height of that wave. So to be clear, for anybody that doesn't know, scientifically speaking, pitch is the number of waves in any given time. It's a frequency. So like this is a super slow wave, which means it's an incredibly low note we probably cannot hear because of how slow it is. And the dynamic is the amplification or the height of that wave, or the lack of height, for speaking of difference. So when he's talking about dynamics, what we actually should see is the height of the wave changing, not the speed of the wave or the wiggliness of the wave.
Is dynamics.
That indicates pitch change. Again, not criticizing this because you can't really. It's hard to show that from a visual standpoint, but this is more of an artistic way of creating and showing that, which I can appreciate. Very cool.
Thank you.
Very cool. So I think at the end of this, not to get too controversial, because I love his stuff and he's incredible, and I don't doubt that he does play all of the things that he puts out. I mean, we've seen the live performance of the NBA halftime show. Like, I don't doubt that he is able to play what he puts out. But I will say this, that this video is not entirely an accurate representation of what he is playing. Again, I'm not really criticizing the dynamics, visually speaking, that they're showing there. That's just an artistic way of showing that. That's not really a true way of showing it, but I'm not criticizing that. But I am going to criticize that what we are seeing is not what we are actually hearing. That is true, in fact, from watching this. So that's a little bit misleading. But if his goal is just to put out a great song and it's entertaining and people enjoy it, then mission accomplished. Like, it's great. It's so cool to see the notation behind the writing that he did here. It's so cool to see the performance and visually speaking what it would look like for him to play that. And just the artistic creativeness behind it. Like, it's really cool. It's really good. I just loved it, guys. I mean, he's really good. And again, I'm not here trying to say whether he's fake or any of that jazz. That's up for you guys to figure out. But yeah, I just thought it was really cool. Very cool. If you guys enjoyed today's video, hopefully you guys did. If you did, though, I would appreciate the like. Also, if you want to catch more of the content we've got coming on here, guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications. And last but not least, if you want to continue watching more of the content right now, make sure you guys check out the next video and hit that subscribe button up here. See you guys next time.